Have you ever opened your closet, stared at everything inside and thought, nothing in here feels like me anymore? That little spark you used to see in the mirror, it's faded, right? But what if the answer isn't buying more clothes or chasing trends? Sometimes it's already there. That scarf you haven't touched in years? It could be the one thing that brings your whole look and your confidence back to life. Let's find out how something so small can make such a big impact. Hey there, friend. I'm so glad you're here, because today we're talking about something surprisingly powerful: scarves. Not just how they look, but how they make you feel. A good scarf can shift your mood like putting on confidence. This video isn't about rules or trends. It's about showing up as your best self, your real self. So whether new to scarves or rediscovering them, get ready to feel inspired and maybe even a little bold again. Let's be real for a minute. Most of us reach a point where getting dressed feels like going through the motions. Same jeans, same tops, day in and day out. You stand in front of the mirror and think, I used to have more fun with this. But shopping for a new wardrobe? Exhausting. And pricey. What if I told you that you don't need more clothes, you just need the right spark? Scarves are that spark. They're playful, affordable, and surprisingly powerful. One scarf can take a tired outfit and make it feel brand new. It's not about changing who you are. It's about rediscovering the version of you who used to light up when she got dressed. Let's talk about something most people don't realize until they see it for themselves. Scarves have this quiet kind of power. They're not loud or flashy, but the right scarf? It changes everything. Suddenly, people look at you a little longer. You feel more pulled together, even if you're just wearing jeans and a plain tee. And here's the thing, it's not about fashion. It's about energy. Scarves draw the eye up, frame your face, soften sharp angles, and say without words, I care about how I show up. I've seen this happen more times than I can count. My wife, for example, she's always been stylish, but there was one time she threw on a simple silk scarf over an old sweater before we headed out for dinner. Just a regular Thursday night. But the way people responded to her, you'd think she walked off a magazine cover. She looked radiant. And more importantly, she felt radiant. That's the part no one talks about enough. How the right accessory doesn't just make you look good. It makes you feel alive again. And scarves? They're incredibly forgiving. No sizing. No stress about fit. One size really does fit all. They don't care if you've gained a few pounds or if your blouse is from 10 years ago. They work with what you have. They're like that one friend who always knows how to lift your mood without trying too hard. There's also something deeply personal about scarves. The texture, the colors, the way you tie it. Each choice reflects your mood, your story, and your personality. You might feel bold and go for a vibrant floral. Or maybe you're in a quiet, reflective mood and choose something soft and neutral. It's like painting but with fabric. And it's all right there, wrapped around your shoulders. You don't have to know a dozen ways to tie them. You don't need a collection that costs a fortune. Just one or two good scarves can completely change how you feel walking out the door. Start small. Pick one that speaks to you. The texture, the color, the vibe. Let it reflect where you are in your life. Let it add something to your day. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about being trendy or looking younger. It's about presence. A scarf says, I'm here. I still care. I still have something to say. And believe me, the world listens. So the next time you think your outfit feels a little boring, or you feel like you're fading into the background, try this. Grab a scarf. Drape it. Tie it. Feel the shift. You might just fall in love with getting dressed again. Choosing the perfect scarf can feel a little overwhelming at first. I get it. There are so many colors, patterns, sizes, and fabrics. But the good news? You don't need to overthink it. It's all about how it makes you feel. So let's break it down together. Start with the fabric. That alone changes everything. If you want something elegant and luxurious, silk is your best friend. It glides over the skin, catches the light, and adds instant polish. Heading out to a dinner party or a gallery opening, silk is the way to go. Now, if comfort is the goal, especially on cooler days, wool or cashmere blends are warm, soft, and cozy. They're perfect for chilly morning walks or curling up with a book by the fire. And for everyday errands or a sunny farmer's market run, cotton and linen are breathable and lightweight. They keep you cool and add a relaxed, effortless touch. Next up, size and shape. Square scarves are versatile and playful. You can fold them diagonally and tie them around your neck, or even wrap them around your head or ponytail. Long rectangular scarves are classic and slimming. Drape one over your shoulders, and it instantly elongates your frame. And if you're feeling bold, go for an oversized scarf. They make a statement, and can double as a shawl on a cool evening. Just be mindful of proportion. If you're petite, you might want to skip the chunky knits that can overwhelm your frame. Color and pattern? That's where your personality shines. Neutrals like beige, navy, and soft gray are wardrobe staples. They pair with everything and add a quiet kind of sophistication. But don't be afraid of color. A deep red, a soft lavender, or even a bright coral can brighten your whole look. The trick is to pay attention to your undertone. If your skin has warm undertones, try earthy tones like olive, mustard, or burnt orange. Cool undertones? Jewel tones like emerald, sapphire, or rose pink will be your best match. Here's a quick tip. Stand by a window with natural light. Hold a scarf near your face. If your skin looks bright, your eyes sparkle, and you feel a little glow, that's your color. If it makes you look washed out or dull, try something else. Your skin will tell you the truth every time. And remember, scarves aren't just about how you look. They're about how you live. Are you always on the go? Pick something low maintenance that you can throw in your bag. Do you attend more formal events? Invest in a few classic, elegant pieces that make you feel like a queen. The perfect scarf is out there. And it's not the one everyone else is wearing. It's the one that makes you feel like yourself, just a little more put together, a little more expressive, and a whole lot more confident. Alright, so you've found a scarf you love. It's got the color, the texture, the vibe. Now comes the part that trips a lot of people up: how to actually wear it. But here's the good news. Tying a scarf doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to learn a dozen different knots or follow confusing diagrams. Just a few simple styles can completely change your look, and once you've got them down, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Let's start with the easiest one, the classic drape. This is the no-fuss option. Take your scarf, lay it around your neck, let the ends fall evenly in front, and done. That's it. It adds length to your silhouette and gives a touch of elegance without looking like you're trying too hard. This is perfect with a simple blouse or a knit sweater. And if you want to kick it up a notch, you can belt it at the waist to define your shape. Next, we have the European loop. This one's super popular for a reason. It's neat, stylish, and stays in place. Fold the scarf in half lengthwise, drape it around your neck, then pull the loose ends through the looped end. You can tighten or loosen it depending on how casual or polished you want to look. This knot pairs beautifully with a trench coat or a structured blazer. My wife wears it almost every fall when we head out for errands or lunch in town. It's clean, it's flattering, and it never goes out of style. The third one is the soft front knot. This one adds a little femininity and charm. Drape your scarf so the ends hang down evenly. Then tie a loose knot just below the collarbone. Let it sit softly, not tight, and play with the position until it feels right. This style works well with V-neck tops or simple dresses. It draws the eye in and makes your neckline look graceful. I once saw a woman at a church brunch do this with a floral silk scarf and a denim shirt, and honestly, she looked like a style icon. The thing to remember is none of this has to be perfect. Scarves are about play. They're about movement, texture, and layering. You can practice in front of the mirror, try different styles with different outfits, and just see what makes you feel most like you. Sometimes a scarf tied a little off-center or left slightly undone looks even better than something perfectly symmetrical. And here's a bonus tip. Try tying your scarf before putting on earrings or necklaces. It helps you see how everything balances out. You want your accessories to work together, not compete. So go ahead, grab your favorite scarf and try these out. No pressure, no perfection. Just some fun with fabric and a little boost of confidence to carry through your day. Let's talk about scarves and seasons. Just like we change our clothes with the weather, your scarves can shift too. They're not just accessories, they're storytellers. And the season you're in? That's part of your story. So why not let your scarf reflect the time of year, your mood, and the little shifts in your day-to-day life? Spring scarves feel like fresh starts. This is when you want light fabrics, maybe in silk or soft cotton. Think florals, pastels, or gentle watercolor prints. I once saw a woman at a garden party wear a pale mint green scarf tied in a soft front knot over a white linen blouse. She looked like she belonged in a magazine. Spring is about newness and softness. Let your scarf mirror that. Summer might surprise you. Yes, you can still wear scarves, even when it's hot. The trick is to go super light. Gauzy cotton, breathable linen, or even chiffon can work. Think less neck wrapping, more draping. Try tying a lightweight scarf to your handbag for color, or around your hair as a headband. It adds style without heat. A friend of mine wears a bright coral cotton scarf loosely tied at the side of her neck with a white tee and capris. Every time, she looks fresh and pulled together. Fall. Oh, fall is scarf heaven. The textures get richer, the tones get deeper. This is where you bring out the plaids, the warm rusts, the olive greens. Wool blends and soft knits become your best friends. Drape a blanket scarf over a denim jacket, or try the European loop with a camel trench coat. It's effortless, cozy, and instantly stylish. Fall scarves almost feel like armor, in the best way. Then comes winter. Scarves are not optional here. They're essential. But practical doesn't mean boring. Look for cashmere, thick knits, or even faux fur. Deep navy, rich burgundy, charcoal gray. They add depth and drama. Wrap one snugly around your neck or toss it over your shoulder like a cape. A neighbor of mine wears an oversized navy scarf with a red wool coat and black gloves. Simple, but she always turns heads. And here's the fun part. When you start choosing scarves by season, you're creating a kind of rhythm in your wardrobe. It keeps your style feeling current without chasing trends. You're tuned in intentionally. It also means your scarf collection doesn't sit untouched. It rotates, evolves, and gets loved all year long. So take a look at your scarves this week. Are you wearing the same ones year-round? Maybe it's time to let the seasons inspire you. Pick one that fits your weather, your energy, and the kind of day you want to have. Scarves are a small shift with a big impact, and they keep your style alive one season at a time. Let's be honest. Most people think scarves are just for keeping your neck warm or dressing up a coat. But the truth is, scarves are some of the most versatile accessories you'll ever own. Once you start thinking beyond your neck, the possibilities open wide. Seriously, you can use a scarf in ways you probably haven't even considered yet. Let's start with hair. A scarf can be a beautiful headband, especially on days when your hair just won't cooperate. Fold a square scarf into a band, tie it at the top or underneath, and suddenly you've got a look that's both vintage and fresh. You can also wrap it around a bun or ponytail to add a pop of color and texture. I once saw a woman at the beach weave a soft cotton scarf through her braid. It looked effortless and it kept her hair neat in the wind. Now let's talk belts. Take a long, narrow scarf and loop it through your belt loops or tie it around your waist over a dress. It gives your outfit shape and personality at the same time. You don't have to match it perfectly either. The contrast often makes it even more stylish. I remember wearing a denim shirt dress with a bright floral scarf tied at my waist, and someone actually stopped me to ask where I bought the dress. It wasn't the dress, it was the scarf. Don't forget about your bags. Tying a scarf around the handle of your purse is a simple trick with a big payoff. It adds polish and color, and it makes even an old bag look new again. My friend has a plain leather tote she's had for years. She ties different scarves to it depending on the season. A red plaid one in winter, a yellow silk one in spring. People think she has a new bag every few months. Scarves can also be jewelry. Yes, really. Wrap a scarf around your wrist like a bracelet, or tie a small silk square around your neck like a choker. It's unexpected and elegant. And for special occasions, try pinning a brooch to hold the scarf in place. It becomes both functional and decorative. And if you're feeling adventurous, use scarves around your home. Drape one across a dresser. Tie it to a curtain pull. I've even seen people frame them as art. Scarves aren't just style, they're story, texture, personality. The point is, your scarf collection shouldn't live in a box. Get it out. Play with it. Let it be a part of how you dress, decorate, and express yourself. Scarves are tiny flags of creativity, and there's no wrong way to fly them. Try something new this week. You might be surprised how much joy one little piece of fabric can bring. Let's be real. Scarves can look incredibly luxurious, but that doesn't mean you have to spend a fortune to get that effect. Some of the most stylish women I know are masters of finding beautiful pieces for a fraction of the price. It's not about buying designer labels. It's about knowing where to look and what to look for. Start with thrift stores and consignment shops. These places are gold mines. Seriously, I once found a vintage silk scarf at a little church thrift store for just a few dollars. It had hand-rolled edges, a subtle floral print, and felt like butter in my hands. That scarf has been in rotation for years, and I always get compliments on it. Next up, online marketplaces like Etsy. There are so many small sellers and artisans offering unique, handmade scarves in gorgeous fabrics and colors. You can find one-of-a-kind designs that no one else will have. Plus, you're supporting small businesses, which always feels good. A friend of mine found a hand-dyed cotton scarf on Etsy that looked like something out of a boutique in Paris, and it cost less than lunch. Don't forget to check out local craft fairs or flea markets. Sometimes you'll stumble upon incredible scarves made by local artists or sourced from places like India, Turkey, or Morocco. These scarves often have stories behind them, and wearing them feels like carrying a little piece of that story with you. Even mainstream stores like Target, H&M, or department store clearance racks can have gems if you keep your eyes open. Look for end-of-season sales, where you can score great quality scarves at half the original price. It's not always about brand. It's about texture, color, and how it makes you feel. So what should you look for when shopping smart? First, feel the fabric. Does it drape nicely? Does it feel soft or scratchy? Next, check the edges. Are they neatly stitched? Hand-rolled hems usually signal better quality. And don't ignore the print. Good scarves often have vibrant colors that look just as rich on the back as the front. That's a small detail, but it makes a big difference when you wear it. One trick I love is to think about the cost per wear. You might spend $15 on a scarf you wear 50 times. That's pennies per outfit, versus buying something trendy that hangs in your closet, collecting dust. Scarves earn their keep. Shopping smart is all about being intentional. Take your time. Enjoy the hunt. Because when you find a scarf that feels right, one that lights up your face or finishes your outfit just so, it's worth every cent. And chances are, it'll become one of your most reached for accessories. That's what real style is made of. If you're going to start loving scarves, you've got to know how to take care of them. I mean, what's the point in having a drawer full of beautiful fabrics if they're wrinkled, tangled, or smell like mothballs, right? The good news is, caring for your scarves isn't hard. You just need a little know-how and a few simple habits to keep them looking fresh and fabulous. First things first, read the label. I know. It's tiny and sometimes annoying, but it tells you what the scarf is made of and how it likes to be treated. Silk, for instance, is delicate. You don't want to toss it in the washing machine. Instead, hand wash it gently in cold water with a mild detergent, or even baby shampoo. Swish it around a bit. Rinse it clean and don't wring it. Just press out the water with a towel. For wool and cashmere scarves, the approach is similar, but be extra gentle. These fibers can feel if you agitate them too much. Use cool water, a special wool detergent if you have it, and skip the spin cycle. Again, lay it flat to dry, no hangers, no heat. Cotton and linen scarves? These are the tough cookies. Most of the time you can wash them in a mesh laundry bag on a gentle cycle, but it never hurts to play it safe and hand wash, especially if the print or color is vibrant. Drying matters too. Never twist or wring a scarf. Lay it flat on a clean towel and roll it up to remove excess water. Then unroll and let it air dry. Avoid sunlight and heat, they fade colors and damage fibers. And if you need to iron it, go low and slow. Use a pressing cloth to protect delicate fabrics, and never iron over embellishments or embroidery. Now let's talk storage. Don't just toss them in a drawer. That's how they get wrinkled and forgotten. Instead, roll them neatly and keep them in a shallow drawer, or hang them on a multi-loop hanger in your closet. My wife has a little scarf drawer where she keeps them rolled by color. It looks like a rainbow, and it makes picking one out so easy. If you're storing wool or cashmere scarves for a season, make sure they're clean and dry. Store them in breathable cotton bags or wrap them in acid-free tissue paper. Add cedar blocks or lavender sachets to keep moths away naturally. Avoid plastic bags, they trap moisture and can ruin delicate fabrics. Taking care of your scarves shows respect, not just for the item, but for yourself. It's saying, this piece makes me feel beautiful and I want it to last. So pick a favorite scarf this week, Give it a little care. And watch how good it feels to keep something you love in great shape. This is the moment it really clicks. Scarves are not just something you wear. They're a way of saying without words, I'm still here. I still matter. Every time you drape one over your shoulders or tie one neatly at your neck, you're doing more than finishing an outfit. You're showing up. For yourself. For your day. For your joy. That little twist of fabric tells the world you've still got stories to tell, and that you're not afraid to express them. And you don't need to be a style expert or spend a ton of money. You just need the curiosity to try and the confidence to trust your eye. I've seen it over and over. When a woman puts on a scarf that makes her feel good, something shifts. Her shoulders are square. Her smile deepens. She walks like she remembers who she is. And that's the power of a scarf. It helps you remember too. We've talked about a lot today. How to choose a scarf, how to tie it, how to wear it through the seasons, and even around your home. But here's what it all comes down to. A scarf is more than fabric. It's a little spark of joy. A gentle way to express yourself, quietly but confidently. You don't need a closet full of designer clothes or a brand new look. Just one piece, worn with intention, can change how you feel in your skin. It reminds you that you're still discovering, still creating. And honestly, that's what real beauty is about. So as you fold up this video, hold on to that feeling. You deserve to feel elegant every single day. So here's your next step. Open that drawer, pull out a scarf you haven't worn in years, and try something new with it. Play. Experiment. Let it surprise you. And if this video gave you even one idea or made you smile, go ahead and hit that like button. Share it with a friend who needs a little style boost. And don't forget to subscribe, because we've got more inspiration coming your way, one scarf at a time.